Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I just want to say thanks to everybody that's been tuning in and sharing my videos. It's really helpful. This is March's games not to miss. Now it is a big video. There is some cracking games out this month. Gran Turismo 7 obviously came out and my god, that is absolutely banging. It's why I'm quite late getting this video out because I've been pretty much addicted to playing GT7. As you know, that's already out, came out last Friday alongside Triangle Strategy, which also released on the same day. I did pick that up as well. I haven't had a chance to start playing that. Obviously, this is from the same peeps that made Octopath Traveler. Now, it's a proper, turn-based, top-down RPG game. It looks absolutely spot on. I'm really looking forward to playing this as well. That came out last Friday alongside GT7. Mostly positive from what I've been seeing about it online. I shall be playing it though. It does look awesome. Now, as I said, this month is really rammed. There's quite a fair few games which I wanted to include on this video and I've had to leave off, else the video would generally be too long. But I mean, just alongside this we had that, Chocohobo Racing GP, which I've left off here because also it was riddled with microtransactions, so I was slightly annoyed about that. But that did come out as well, just a note here. Now, coming up in a moment, we have another game. It's called The Last Cube, I believe. Now, this, there you go, Triangle Strategy came out on March 4th. Same as GT7 came out on March 4th. Now, like I say, we've got a game coming out here. It's the reason I'm showing it is it's like I really love 3D-esque puzzle strategy games. Pretty much ever since things like Call of World and Portal. I can't get enough of this style of game. And this one looks absolutely spot on. It's got full on abilities for the cubes in different places to press buttons and all sorts of stuff going on with the different world atmospheres and lasers and fire pits and all sorts. Like, I'm absolutely dumbfounded as to how the game even works, but I will be trying it at some point. My only little bit of a hesitancy with this is it's like £18 or something stupid, so it seems a little bit overpriced, but I probably will pick it up when it's on sale or something. But it looks just my type of game. It's got that real proper puzzle game aesthetic to it with the 3D environments that I really like. Now, coming up here is a Xbox exclusive, I believe, and it's called Tunic. It is coming out on Game Pass as well as purchasing. I believe it's digital only, which is obviously annoying for me. I quite like to buy my games. But I did think this looked awesome. Like, it's a proper top-down, well, kind of isometric view, isn't it? I do think this looked really good. It gave me those almost old school dungeon crawler vibes again. Now, obviously, I really enjoyed Death's Door, and this looks like it could be a very similar type of game. I'm going to have to make sure I tell my friend about this one because it looks just like the type of thing we enjoyed with that one. So I will be mentioning that to him, and that comes out this Friday. There's a game here on the 16th as well, which I wanted to mention. It's the same date. It's called NonO, or NO, maybe even. Now, this one is another indie cyberpunk-esque game, and it's got this really awesome anime styling, and it's a 2.5D side-scrolling shooter slash 'em up, I suppose you could say. I do think this looks very cool. I really like the look of this game. I will be buying this and playing it. It just has that, you know, cyberpunk vibe, but in this 2D 2.5D world with like laser swords and all sorts, and I really like it. I really like the look of this a lot. So I do fancy picking this one up and giving it a whirl. I hadn't actually seen it until today. I've slotted it in here on the video as an extra, so I did end up extending my video a little bit more than I wanted to. But I just had to mention it to people because it looks awesome. That's on the 17th, sorry. It must be 17th on Friday. Now, we have a new Final Fantasy game. It's Strangers of Paradise or something. Some of the reviews are already out for this, and some of them really don't marry up with what this game looks like again. But I shall be picking this up, and I shall be doing a full review on it, because, as you know, I love action-based JRPGs. Absolutely adored Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's one of my favourite games made, and there's that. Tales of Arise I absolutely adore. Like, these games never fail to, you know, impress me, so I already know I have a feeling I'm going to really enjoy this game. And I cannot wait to play it. It looks absolutely awesome. The normal music and the over-the-top action just bangs straight in there. And yeah, it's just right up there with my game of the month probably. Now GT7's been and gone. But I mean, this month is so packed with games, because after this we've got another banging game. Now, it might not be for everybody's taste, but I really enjoyed playing Rune Factory 4. And this is Rune Factory 5, which is coming out on the Switch. It normally does make its way over to PlayStation and PC later on, but yeah, this is coming out on the Switch, and I don't know whether I'll pick it up straight away or not, because there's so many games coming out. It's crazy. This month is just crammed full. I mean, I thought February was a busy month for gamers, but March is even bigger. But I mean, April seemed very light on the ground, so maybe some of these games you can just pick up next month. But yeah, this is out this month as well, which, if you like your JRPGs, is this, which definitely, you should all know by now I do. And I did really enjoy the fourth one. I think the earlier ones might have been 3DS only. I'm not really sure. I should probably look into that a little bit more. But that's out as well. Now, at the end, towards the end of the month, we have Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which again is from the Borderlands universe, I suppose you can call it now. Now, when it comes to the Borderland games, they are a little bit more hit and miss, but it feels to me like they're really trying to push the barriers with probably trying to mould some new fantasy style elements maybe into the gameplay. And I do think it looks very good. I am looking forward to this one. I have currently got it on pre-order. I'm not 100% stuck on it, because obviously if I'm still playing Final Fantasy, I'm not want to jump into this straight away. Because also, on the same day, the Kirby game comes out. So, I mean, you can only play one game at once. But this does look very good, and I really, really enjoyed Borderlands 3. And if this takes its whole own, realm and it does really well, they'll end up with 2 and 3, and they'll milk this one as well. And that's out on March 25th. As I say, you've got Kirby coming out, which is the first time Kirby's been done into 3D, which I have played the demo, and my god, it plays really well. I really like this so far. It almost has a Crash Bandicoot-esque to its 3D-ness. Like, it's not fully 3D, it's almost slightly 2D or going forward and back, like, that type of thing. It's almost got a Crash Bandicoot vibe to the play style of it. I do think this looks like it's going to be really good for, platform adventure games out there. I really like the look of this, and I do have this on order as well. Like I say, a massive month for games. It really is a massive month. I should have done 2 videos, I reckon, because there's a few games I've missed off this list that I wish I was including, and they're not here. But yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That comes out towards the end of the month. It says spring there, but it's definitely coming out this month. And then, bang! Towards the end of the month, we get Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, I am slightly on the fence with this, but I tell you, from what we've seen so far, this game looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. I really like the look of it. Just this cinematic trailer here that we have really starts painting a picture of a story that's going to be engrossing, and I really just don't know what to expect, really. But the gameplay and the way you can use like the telekinesis type weapons and such reminds me slightly of some of the weapons you got in Bioshock, which probably is the wrong thing to be thinking, I don't know, but it does look awesome. I do like the look of this a lot.
Still your fear. I will be her salvation.
I mean, it'll be one of those ones where if it's good and the storyline grabs you, you'll be wanting to carry on playing it, which, some games might not have the best graphics or the best gameplay, but sometimes the storyline just grabs you and you can't not play it. And I think it's going to be one of those where the story and that just really drags you in and you really want to be playing the game. Because everything I've seen so far just makes me want to know what the hell's going on, story-wise mostly. And it does look awesome. And then randomly at the end of the month as well, we have there's a little Japanese horror game. It's called, I want to call it Aiki. I'm not really sure if that's how you pronounce it, or Akai. I-K-A-I, Akai or Aiki. But it's a Japanese survival horror-based game. It comes out at the end of the month, and it does look a little bit freaky, to tell you the least. And that's getting a full physical edition. It's been ported over into English as opposed to it being in Japanese. That's coming out as well. And then we have another indie game towards the end of the month called In Nightmares, which I just wanted to mention here because it looks like it's one of those games that might just get missed. Like, it looks like it could be quite scary, don't get me wrong, but it looks really quite cool. It's got that Tim Burton-esque horror vibe to it. It's weird and wackiness. Now, the last time we had a game like that was the puzzle game Lost in Random, which was a bit disappointing for myself, but this does look very good. I do like the look of this. As I say, this is literally towards the end of the month. And I wanted to add it here as a random one that I want to keep an eye on. In Nightmare. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. and I'll catch you on the next one. If you do want to ask me anything, just drop a comment down below. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.